Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are somewhere new again. Just got Bowser all nice and level, and we'll set up camp and chill. Weather is beautiful, and it has not been for the last week, so gonna make the most of this.
We are in Deep Creek National Park. It's a beautiful national park just an hour away from Adelaide. We've both been here a few days ago. We'll tell you more about it in a little bit later in the video, but we really wanted to come back here because it's a beautiful national park. Probably one of my favorite places so far I've seen in South Australia.
On the Fleurieu Peninsula.
So peaceful. How good does Bowser look now that it's painted? Oh my god. It suits perfectly this kind of weather and environment. Love it. Alright, so Chris has set up the stairs, setting up the inside the camper. I'm gonna set up the outside. We've got some brand new chairs. Let me set them up in the sun. This is where we're gonna relax for the afternoon.
So what you haven't seen off screen is Angie and I have actually been separated for a week.
For the first time in almost 5 years.
So basically we had our mums come over. So
Yay.
My lovely mum Michelle came over from New Zealand. I flew her over for a week and she took the Unimog while I had a little pup tent outside. And it was awful weather, but we had some really nice times. And that was the first time that mum has been able to kind of relax a little bit since dad passed. So had an amazing time with her. Had been almost 3 years since I had seen her. So 1 week here and we did some traveling. Actually, we were in this national park as well. Just saw some beautiful wildlife, went for some really nice hikes, went to a couple of cafes, just had a really nice chilled time.
Yeah, and my mom as well, that I didn't see as well for 3 years. Unfortunately, my dad is not quite well enough yet and recovered from a few health issues to come, but hopefully I will see him very soon. But yeah, we had a great time, and we as well got our moms to meet for the first time, which was quite cool. As well a meaningful event. Like, we had such a nice night in the Mog. We host them. We had some pizza and ginger beer. That was like such good love.
It was so cool. It was so nice. We were chuffed.
Yeah, that was for Mother's Day as well, which we didn't plan at all. That was amazing timing. It was probably the most memorable Mother's Day we've ever had, probably.
That was really nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
So now that we're back, we're going to chill a little bit today for the really nice weather, do a little bit of filming, have a campfire, and just get back into the swing of things. So update on some of the upgrades we did a week ago. A few of them have already made a huge difference to the truck basically. So first up being the sail track on the rear. I used that with the awning quite a lot when I was with mum. Set the tent up here and that kept some of the rain off me. Next thing that's made a huge difference, I'll take you around to the other side of Bowser, has been the stairs bracket that Darren the engineer made for us. That's already made a huge difference because we can now free up that space in the other garage. So it's easy. As soon as I jump out of the truck, I unlock it. I bought a stainless steel padlock for it. I strap it up with a little like kind of a rubber bungee, and that has taken it out of the way and made it really good. So very happy with that little upgrade for us, even though it was very minor. It made a really big difference because now we can have things like firewood. So that has really helped. So we're going to have a nice campfire tonight, because before we didn't really have anywhere to store firewood at all. Now we can store, you know, wet dirty boots, things like that in here, and that has made a really big difference. I think that was mostly the shocks. The shocks have made an unbelievable difference to the ride. Highly recommend these bad boys. I was hoping that it was going to help, but the second we went for a drive, even just down the road, and I both really noticed a difference. Haven't tested it enough off-road yet to really know sort of what they've done in terms of corrugations and bumps. But basically it's just really softened the ride, so you'll still feel a bump, but it won't sway and carry on moving like it was before. And that's already, you can just tell it's better. So I can actually go around corners a bit faster than I was before. Doesn't feel like it's lurching as much. So far, really, really happy, and so is Ange with the shocks. What's so funny?
Is that better here?
Much better.
It was just that little wind is just slightly chilly. Much better.
Bells of the windbreak.
Oh. And have you noticed our beautiful new chairs?
Yes, so
We're so happy with them.
we bought some Kiwi chairs from a company called Zempire. They're really cool. And they
Yeah.
fold right up. And they got this nice
It's very
material.
light.
Yeah, we're happy with them, and they've got proper wood bases.
Nice look. Because before, I don't know if you remember, we'll put it on the screen, we had like Kmart chairs, which surprisingly they were very comfortable and like, yeah, very nice. They were still in good condition, but unfortunately they were just too big to store. They didn't fold properly nicely for the garage, so we had to have them inside, which was really tricky, especially when we're going off-road. We had to put it on the floor and secure them so they were not doing any
Agitating.
damage. So yeah, no ideal, not what you want when you go camping mostly every day.
And before that, we had the director's chairs from Frontrunner, and they sucked.
No, we don't like those.
So these are good. These are really nice.
I can see myself having a little tea here right now.
A little chai latte.
Should we make
So
it a
I have gone off
reality?
coffee.
Oh
Can't
yeah.
remember if I mentioned it. So very, very strange for me, because I've been a massive coffee fan for about the last 10 or 15, probably 15 years, I guess. Only 1 or 2 coffees a day, so I was never a massive binge drinker of coffee. But what I'd noticed in the last maybe year or two was a lot of vision changes from drinking coffee in the morning, maybe some slight tummy issues, occasionally also mood swings and after a while I was like, I think it's coffee, but I didn't want to believe it. And then I finally one day basically said to Ange, I'm going to stop drinking coffee for 7 days and see how I feel.
I was scared.
I was scared too, because it's very much a ritual, the whole coffee thing. And I think you guys can probably agree with me when you think about it. You're probably more addicted to coffee than you realize. If you can't see yourself not waking up with a coffee, then you're definitely addicted. And anyway, I just thought I'd try an experiment. I stopped drinking it for, about 7 days at first was my plan. The first 3 were way, way, way harder than I thought they would be. I had splitting headaches non-stop for 2.5 days. And then on that 3rd day, I just had a whole heap of mental clarity, and stomach was perfect. I didn't have weird vision, or sometimes I'd even get optical migraines from coffee, and now I just feel way better. Ange noticed a difference in my mood, and my resting anxiety levels dropped a bit. And hard to explain anxiety levels because everyone's different, I guess, but I think certain things that shouldn't have worried me so much were, and now that's almost completely stopped. And now I would not go back to coffee. So I found that really interesting. And that, I guess, isn't just coffee, it's just caffeine in general. Maybe give it a go if you think maybe you're
Yeah, let's
slightly
do a
intolerant.
challenge. Let's see in the comments. Let us know if you're keen to give it a go. I'm keen to give it a go at some stage. And we can do that together and share our experiences.
bit cold and windy now, so I don't think we'll have the fire on for too long. But super nice. We got this firewood from a gas station because you can't really collect any firewood in the national park. So we need to decide what to do for the Simpson because we'll be there for a long time, maybe around a week. So we need to find a way to store enough firewood that we can have quite a lot of nighttime fires. And I would like to be able to cook on the fires, so need to think of what to do with that, or if there's a place that I can collect firewood legally before the Simpson does it.
It's like
I breathed in.
It's like a little didgeridoo. Oh my god. Creatures of Madale.
Not sure if you can hear that. It's the diesel heater.
It's so nice and toasty here. So we went from a little fire that was actually ruined by the wind to a really nice toasty diesel heater. So proper first time in cold weather testing it, and it's been just the time of one Ozark episode
About
to really
40
make
minutes, and it's really
so
nice.
nice.
It's on the lowest setting. It's that 5 kilowatt one from Max Speeding Rods, but it's we've got it at 1.4 hertz, so it's the lowest setting, and it's really hot.
really good.
But the only annoying thing is you can really hear the pump cycling. So I might look into replacing the pump with a quieter one or doing something about that. If anyone knows about how to make a diesel heater quieter, let me know.
And we'll see you tomorrow for a little 4-drive track. What a view! First thing in the morning, going on a little drive. We just left our campground. It's another beautiful day. So like, what a perfect day to do some little 4-drive track. The national park is quite exceptional in a way that you get a little bit of the bush and as well the ocean just right there. The view is spectacular. We're still quite high, so yeah, looking forward to checking out.
Alright, little 4-drive track. Gear up and do it. Looks like it'll be a nice steep one with a beautiful view. Alright, ready to go. 4-drive on. So nice low range stuff here, I think. So I'm going to go 3rd gear for now and just see how steep it gets. Ready to rumble?
Ready to rumble.
Alright, let's do it. So I'm just riding the exhaust brake in 3rd gear. Seems okay. Every once in a while I can just tap the brake. Hangs on drone. Yeah, it seems manageable. What a view. It is really steep, but it's fine with the exhaust brake. Gone down to 2nd gear. Don't even have to use the actual foot brake, so it's nice. We have a huge audience of Euros, which are like a really small grey looking kangaroo. Not funny as, they all look like babies, but they're not. What's going on, guys? I don't think they see many Unimogs down these parts. All right. Such a cool spot. Look at that. Not too shabby at all. Ange was getting some Sony, so she's just walking down at the moment. Here she is in the distance. What do you think of Bowser? We are stoked. We reckon he looks so much more the part now. He's no longer carrying the refrigeration truck on the back. He's now a fully fledged expedition truck. So stoked. How was that?
That was so cool. What a stunning drive. I loved it. Loved it. It was the first time as well seeing Bowser with his white roof with the drone, and it doesn't really clash or anything. It actually looks quite good.
We probably haven't said why we kept the roof white on Bowser. Main reason being just to reflect the sun. So if we felt like if we painted it sandy on the top, all it would actually do would be heat up the solar panels even more than they already do heat up from the sun. So we've kept that white, painted the aluminium outskirts sandy, and we will not change that. We'll leave it white.
Yeah. And also I've got a lot of people asking, like, am I not fed up to just like walk around behind the truck or in front of the truck? No, I actually love it. Chris is an excellent driver and I enjoy filming, so we do a good team for that. Just having a little tea here, and Chris on the drone right now. We spotted on a distance some big splashes you probably won't be able to see with the GoPro, but 900 meters away from here there's a big humpback whale 700 meters now that keeps like jumping on and off, like seems to have like the time of its life. So Chris got the drone and it's just right above and getting some really cool footage. I can't wait to see it. As I speak, like the whale is like jumping like crazy. It's so cool.
Got that one.
Got it as well. Time to train?
Training time.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Best workout views in a very long time.
So good.
Rate Chris' stance move on a scale of 1 to 5.
Good morning. Nice way to wake up. Just tractoring Bowser back up this mountain. Just in first gear, 4 drives on. It's taking it nice and slow and it just crawls up it. This is similar terrain to what the Jeep really liked. So we're kind of used to doing these slow crawls and it's nice. So we're going to go back up onto the top of the ridge line and probably find another 4 drive track.
And this is where we ended up. So we went all the way down that 4-drive track. It got quite steep towards the end. Nothing like too technical compared to the other one. No clearance needed or anything. But that was a really nice 4-drive track. More like a dirt road, but that was really nice. But today, unfortunately, the weather, as you can see, is getting a little cloudy. The next few days look actually pretty bad. There's rain coming up. So I'm glad we made the most of the good weather the past few days at least. But now we've got some work to do. We've got still 3 to 4 more days to stay here until we come back to Adelaide. So one thing that we need to be careful of these next few days is obviously our power usage, because we're not going to get as much solar as we do normally. We haven't been really in bad weather camping, so that's really much a new thing a little bit for us in that respect. Just going back inside, cozy in the camper. So this is our little workstation for the day. Chris already on Adobe Premiere Pro, and if you know Adobe Premiere Pro, you will know it's a very thirsty software. So both of our laptops will be working today doing a lot of editing. So yeah, the computer are gonna be running non-stop and they need to be plugged in. So what we're gonna do in the coming days, we're gonna use our EcoFlow Deltamax 2000 to power not only our laptops, but as well charge all our cameras. We've got the drone, the Sony, the GoPro, all of that together should save all our battery or lithium that we've got here for the rest, the cooking, the fridge. So we should be able to stay off grid for a few more days thanks to it. So we're gonna plug it both computers. So we've got lots of ports at the back, which is really handy. We can have 4 devices at the same time. So that's my laptop, Chris' laptop. So now we can get some power.
Thank you, madam.
Perfect. We should still have some power left. Beautiful, 51%. We've used it already quite a bit. Chris used it with his mom, so that was really handy because we had some really bad weather. Very happy with the unit so far. it's been stored in the cab, and whenever we need it at the back, we can just transport it here. So pretty handy feature.
It's a pretty incredible thing. Like, it's 168 amp hours, so one of these is almost the same capacity of lithium as one of our Enerdrive batteries. So it's pretty ridiculously powerful. So that means if we ever ran out of power, I could actually bring this in from the cab and we could run our fridge off it. And I'll probably run the fridge for a couple of days. So that is a really, really cool feature of it. So it's a nice little backup strategy for us. And it's got some sort of boost technology in it that you can actually run appliances up to 3,400 watts. So that's pretty ridiculous as well. So it won't have any issue running even the induction cooktop as well. So that's really cool. And for charging, it goes from 0 to 85% in an hour and 5 minutes. So fast charging as well, which is pretty neat. Yeah, really happy with it.
Alright, so now we just had a little drink. We're gonna get stuck in doing a lot of work, a lot of editing, and I guess we'll catch up with you a little bit later once we are finished.
Okay, so we are back in the shed. We have left the national park and now we are doing some finishing chores. Bring you back inside because it's freezing. Alright. So we've just been doing some work today and basically packing up the Mog in order to leave for a month. So first things first, we have charged the EcoFlow all the way back up to 100%, and that was quite neat because we actually just plugged it into our power source, charged up with there because we're actually plugged into our 15 amp mains already in the shed, so that's back at 100%, which is cool. So EcoFlow saved our bacon with the really, really bad weather and enabled us to conserve as much energy as possible just for our fridge and our cooking and stuff. So really do you agree that worked pretty well?
Yeah, and hot shower as well we could have as well thanks to that. So
yeah, exactly. Cool. We could keep turning on our hot water heater without having to drive, so that was really nice. So a few other things, we're basically all packed up. So all of our bags are in here, and very sad, our fridge and freezer are completely empty. Why is that, Ange?
Because we are leaving tomorrow. We're going to the international airport, which feels so unreal. So we're saying, unfortunately, goodbye to Basel for a month. But yeah, that's quite exciting for us.
Scary, but exciting at the same time. So yeah, so we're going to go away for a little bit. We will be back, but we also might even film a tiny bit while we're away. But we'll clue you in a bit more on the next episode.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching this one. It was a little bit longer than normal, but we had lots to fit in.
Yes, so we'll see you very soon, and thank you so much for your support for the last 6 months. It's been amazing.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys.